Hello everyone, Julia Sheehan here. Today I'd like to make this card with you. It's a thinking of you card, and I've actually made it to cheer up my daughter's day. Many of you who have asked after her and her partner, and I really appreciate that. Those of you who were on here last week know that they lost their house and most of their belongings in the Townsville floods. They're doing really well though. They've got a really good attitude, they're strong, and they're just getting on with what they have to do to get back on top again. So it's going to be a long road, but they are doing well, and I've passed on anybody's good wishes that have come on here, and they really appreciated it, so thank you all. Okay, now the things we're going to need for this little card is a piece of Mango Melody measuring 8 1/4 inches by 5 7/8 of an inch, 3 pieces of Whisper White, 4 inches by 5 6/8 of an inch, one of which you can cut this oval out of, and also use what's left to cut this little piece of Whisper White, which is 2 1/4 inches by 5/8 of an inch. And then you also just need another little piece of Mango Melody, 2 3/8 of an inch by 6/8 of an inch. And the stamp sets I'm using are Dandelion Wishes, and I'll get the glare off that if I can. And I'm using this stamp and these little bits of the dandelion as well. So those two will be used. I'm also using Beautiful You, and I'm using the lady here. And the sentiment comes from Colourful Seasons, and it's the thinking of you sentiment on there. That's this one here. So that's the stamp sets. Apart from that, there's no other dies. I've cut out the oval. So what we can do is start with the oval, and I'm just going to stamp the girl onto it. So I'll just get my StazOn ink here. I've already got her mounted on this block, so we'll ink that up, making sure that she's well covered, and just popping her about there. Just put some pressure on there till it transfers. And there she is. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, and what I've already done, and this is something that you will have to do, is to cut a little mask for her, because we're going to do the background part of this. And the reason I've chosen the bright yellow and the green is everything's been grey and dull and wet up there and messy, and I just thought it sort of depicted sunshine and green grass again and happiness. So that's the reason that I've used those particular colours. I mean, normally you would probably do a blue sky, but I just thought that was like sunshine, and it's exactly what they need at the moment. So I've actually used Mango Melody for that as well. I'll just cover up my ink, and with the Mango Melody, I'm going to do this just on a scrap piece of paper, and I've already cut her out. She's not sticky though. I did her on a little piece of Whisper White just so that she was a little bit stronger, so I just have to be careful how I do this now. So I've got my sponge, put everything on the side where I can get to it easily, seeing I'm left-handed, and I'm just going to just run that out from her. I don't know whether I was a bit more heavy-handed with the one I did earlier, but as long as I get a nice bit of the yellow on there, I'll be happy. Bring it right down to here. I would normally have my head down well over this, but then you wouldn't be able to see, so it would be a bit pointless. But what I'm doing is I'm just sort of dragging it out over that arm so it doesn't lift, and holding it down. So I'm actually working out away from it. This is such a beautiful colour. I really love this Mango Melody. I've used it for quite a lot of things. Just be careful you don't push your piece to the side if you do it like this. If you've got sticky notes and you can do it in that, that's great. I can't find any sticky notes anywhere that are fully sticky. It's only the little band at the top. So I just thought it was probably easier if I just held it here. Nearly done. Just want to get right into there. And it doesn't matter if it's darker in some spots than others. I think it sort of gives it a little bit of character by doing that anyway. So, and then I'm just going to run it around the edge. Get a nice bit of colour there. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe just a little bit more there. All right, now I'm just going to pop that aside, and I'm going to use Call Me Clover. This is a beautiful green, and again I'll do exactly the same thing. Just popping that back around to that side, cover it up. And I find when I first use the sponge, it gives a quite a mottly, heavy spots. So that's why I always try to rub as much off as I can, but you still can't prevent all of it. But then it does look a bit like grass that way, so that's okay. Get a nice green finger there too, but that's okay. The reason I've left that little bit and haven't done it green is on the other card as well. I did a little bit of blue. It's like dancing in a puddle. It's sort of a reminder of the rain, but a happy reminder. So I'll try and get as much of the ink off my hands as I can now before I go any further. Okay, so now we're going to do the Dandelion. And I just need to find my block. There it is. And I'm just going to use this again, pop it over her, close up my inks. I've got the fan on so they'll dry out fairly quickly. Okay. And whoop. Now I'm just going to randomly put these as if they're just falling through the sky. There we go. Doesn't matter if they go over her because you've got your mask on there. Move that around. I just liked the effect of the dandelion pieces all kicking up in the air. I think that's enough. There we go. And now we'll do the dress. And what I've chosen for her dress is lovely lipstick, but the light lovely lipstick in the Stampin' Blends. And I'm just going to take my glasses off. This is where I have the challenge of glasses on and off. This girl is very much Jamie's build. I'm just going to colour that and leave some of those under pieces that have flicked up of the dress. And I'll use the dark lovely lipstick on that. It's a nice happy colour, this. And then I'll use the dark for underneath. Might use the fine end, I think, just to follow these lines. There we are. That's all we need to do. For the skin colour on this one, I'm just using the light pink Pirouette, and this is probably the colour of Jamie's skin. It's very pale, so she has very, very, very fair skin. There we are, and this foot down here, and we'll have her dancing in a little bit of the puddle here. There's not a great deal of contrast between that and the green, but it's more symbolic than anything. Okay, and what I did with her hat was I looked at it and I thought, oh, I don't want to just leave it white, although it does look quite nice white. So I decided to do a hat band around it, like that, and then just add some dots. So a nice spotty polka dot hat, nice and summery and happy. That's my aim with this card, is to put a smile on her face. There we go. Okay, that's done. Now, it's a fairly quick card to put together actually. It's not a lot to it. Okay, now I need this, and I might just turn this over, and I need my VersaMark ink, and also I'll just clean these off because I'm going to use them again. Probably should have done that straight away. Oh, they're okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss these with some gold. So I'll just... And yes, I did remember the embossing buddy. One of my biggest failures. I always forget it. Okay, so I'm just going to, again, randomly do these around the edges. I don't think it matters really how it turns out, as long as they're there floating in the air. Just a few further in, a lot of that will be covered by the oval, so don't worry too much. I might just put one little one there. Okay, and then I'm going to do it with gold. I think it would look nice with copper too, actually. But now this is where it gets tricky because the fan is on, and I really don't want all this to blow everywhere. Cover up the old VersaMark. Okay. I wasn't very smart, I stuck my finger in that. So anything that's not quite right, you can always add a little bit more too. I'm not too worried about that faint one there. It hasn't come out particularly well, but in saying that, it will be probably covered by the sentiment anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just pop this back into the container before it all blows away. There we go. And the ink gun. Sorry about the noise. There we are. And there it goes. I love these heat embossed, they look really nice. Nearly done. There we go. They look lovely, don't they? They're so delicate. That did blow a little bit. I've got a little bit floating around. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on here. And that side. Yeah, that's better. I've been trying to use up all these half empty, almost completely empty ones of these. I have them all sitting upside down. I'm gradually using up. See, that one's done. I'll use a good one, I think, just for this. But I'm trying to use them up. I've got about 4 more that are just right down at the bottom, but I'm trying to get the last little bit out of it. I did put a reasonable amount of glue on there, mostly because this has, having been heat embossed and so much of it, the card warps a little bit, and that just makes sure it stays down really well. Got a green thumb there now too, and a finger. Wish it was that green in the garden. I don't do too badly in the garden, but always room for improvement. Okay, now next thing I'm going to do is to do the inside, and I'm going to stamp that, and I'm going to use this stamp here and Mango Melody, and I'm just going to make sure that's well covered. Pop it on here, and I'm going to put it in the top corner and just give it a second to transfer. There we are. How pretty is that? Such a cute little stamp. Okay, so that's the inside of my card. And again, I'll glue that one in. Pop that in there. Please comment below if you like the yellow in the background or you think I should have used blue. I think it was my thinking of sunshine that made me do it yellow. I like it yellow, but we'll see. Then all we need are some dimensionals on the back of this. And those of you who have watched me before know that I do tend to be a little bit excessive with dimensionals. I just like to make sure that it sticks well. It's just me. But I'm only using these side ones for it, for the in-between bits there. And this one's not going to come off. There we go. This top came off too. There. I think it wants to stay stuck to me. Okay, and then we'll just take all the little bits of paper off the top. There we go. It's a pretty quick and easy little card to put together. But I just love these dandelion pieces, they're just so lovely. Okay, then that's going to go there. And then all I've got left is the sentiment. So I'm going to put Thinking of You on this one. Hopefully I can get it straight. That's not always a given, but let's hope so. Oh, it's not too bad. Could be a little bit darker. I might do it on the other side. Let's see how that goes. That's better. We will go with that. Sorry about my colourful fingers there. Cover that up. Bit of glue over that one. And we'll pop that on here. And then, whoops, see, you should never just push hard on those. Okay, and then a couple of dimensionals on that. And yes, I am going to put one in the middle. It's probably some of you out there going, oh no, that's way too many. But I just like to make sure things are really secure. And then I'm just going to sit that there. And it's covered up that little pale dandelion flower anyway, so I'm happy with that. And there it is. Now, the other thing I may put on here, there was a sentiment in here, wishing you brighter days to come, and I think that could probably go on the inside too. I think that would be nice. But there they are. Nice, simple, easy little card. Really pretty. Happy. It's a happy card. And for you, those of you who were watching last week and I made the explosion box, I still haven't got the retirement sentiment, but what I did do is I did put the dog on it. So there is the dog. You can see it sitting on the mat. So I'm still waiting for congratulations on your retirement. I haven't received it yet. So I just thought the little dog just finished that off really nicely. And I did say I would show you, so I did put him on there. Okay, well, thank you for watching today. I will leave all the information below. Please leave a comment if you've got anything to say. And please subscribe to my channel or to my Facebook page, and all the details are there for all the things you'll need for this. There's also a link to my shop should you need any of the supplies. But otherwise, I just hope you've had a nice day and that you've enjoyed watching. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. See you next time. Oh, and by the way, I was going to go live Wednesday night like I was before, but we had a team meeting, so I couldn't do it. But I do intend to go back to the Wednesday evening lives on Facebook. So I just thought I'd let you know that. Okay, have a great day. Bye.